Let's chat with Brian Thomas. It's your first year on campus. You've taken over the swimming program. As you come in, along with the women's program, a lot of transition here. How much are you relying on people in the campus community to make sure that you're comfortable here?
Oh, quite a bit. And as you probably know, it's kind of easy here at Bonaventure to do that. Our people definitely set us apart. From day one, I was pretty much welcomed with open arms, I think. And that's really been the easiest part of the transition, I think, is interacting with our administrators on a daily basis. And everyone's kind of all in, pulling in the same direction. So that's been easy.
Brian, you were an assistant at UNLV before you came here to Western New York. What are some of the differences that you're finding now being a head coach?
Sure. Yeah, certainly between Vegas and Olean, maybe there are some differences, but in sports, in the swimming world, it's really all the same. There are some different challenges recruiting-wise, but really there are a lot of challenges recruiting in Vegas too. Olean's a beautiful town. Our campus is absolutely gorgeous, sells itself. So it's been fun really working around some of those challenges and putting together a solid class.
Get the players in the pool, and once you guys dive in, literally you're looking at some non-conference competition, but when do you start to really focus on conference competition and perhaps hosting a trophy for the A10?
Sure, yeah. Really every day we focus on what the A10's doing and where we want to be. On the recruiting trail and workout on a daily basis, we talk about these things, where we want to go within the Atlantic 10. We've had a couple of wins within the Atlantic 10 already this year. We have 77 days until the championship meet starts in Ohio, so we focus on that every single day. We talk about these things, and really from a recruiting perspective, my approach was what's going to get us points at the A10 championship, and that's what we targeted, and that's what we've been able to do so far.
I think not only are you developing some fine swimmers, but you've got a couple of good ones already. Yeah. Give us a roster rundown.
Yeah, sure. I think it's headed up by Devin McFadden. She's our best all-around swimmer, a good New York native, local girl. She can swim a little bit of everything, will have an impact on our relays, a tremendous worker, leads by example, a captain for us, so you really have to start with her, our high point scorer. In the breaststrokes, Maria Rocky, Alyssa Levac, they have a pretty good 1-2 combo that helps us in dual meet competition. They'll be competitive with the Atlantic 10. Both Devin and Maria both have times that are within the top 5 in the conference right now, which is a great spot to be. Kind of meaningless at this point. We'll see how it wraps up, but yeah, we have some players, no doubt.
Championship in the Atlantic 10 coming up in February. Now, as a guy that's an assistant coach and trying to work up the ranks, of course you want to take over your program, leave your own stamp, but you probably didn't have too far to go before you felt the pressure of applying for this job and then wanting this job, because the person you live with, your wife, is a Bona alum.
That's right.
How tedious was that whole process?
You know what? Honestly, it was an easy decision. Once the job opened and we started talking a little bit with admin here, it seemed to make a lot of sense for us. Ever since I met Danielle, she's raved about Bonaventure. And at first, I get it. You're an alum. It makes sense. But once you're here, you really understand the difference. And she absolutely loves this place, just like a lot of our alums. So that was honestly an easy part of the decision.
For you, as you go into living rooms and you're sitting with potential student athletes to become part of the St. Bonaventure community here, the selling points for you as your program, what are you relaying to those people?
Sure, I think first and foremost is the people here. You'll end up with an experience that's unlike any other. It'll last a lifetime. I think from a swimming standpoint, we'll give them probably the most comprehensive approach to their training that they're going to find anywhere in the Atlantic 10 easily. And I think, from a campus perspective and educational perspective, the individual approach that we have here, you can't beat it. More and more, a place like UNLV is probably a good example. It's really industrialized education. You don't know your professors, you have a lot of online classes, there's no personal touch, and that sells. That's what people want. They want return on their investment that way, I think, and that's really what we gravitate toward.
And now you've got the personal relationship too. You're taking it well beyond that. I know an alumni brace is really important for every student athlete or every program that's right here at St. Bonaventure. How much have you heard back from the community?
Quite a bit. Of course, having Danielle as a connection to the program, she was a swimmer here 4 years, a captain. That made it easy. Bona alums are vocal, they're supportive, they like to get out there and interact with the coaches, and that's fantastic. That's a big reason why I do it. That's the fun part. So that's been a fantastic part of it. It's helped fundraising efforts, so it's all been very, very good.
Brian, welcome to Western New York.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, the brand new swimming and diving coach here at St. Bonaventure.